Chair Powell, can you describe for us the risk you see if Congress continues to delay action on the debt limit, both for our economy and for individuals and families?
Let me start briefly by saying that we have no role and seek no role in what is really at the heart of fiscal policy, except I will limit myself to the two things that other Fed chairs have said about this. One is just that Congress raising the debt ceiling is really the only alternative. There are no rabbits in hats to be pulled out on this. Two really is just that no one should assume that the Fed can protect the economy from the non-payment of the government's bills, let alone a debt default of something of that nature, which we don't think will happen here. But no one should be thinking that we have the tools to protect the economy from all the potential effects of that.
Thank you very much. I don't want to miss what you said. I somewhat quoted you when you said that Congress must raise the debt limit because of what you described as a highly risky consequence of failing to do so. Is that your language?
Well, must in the sense that it's really the only way for the debt limit to be raised is Congress must act. Again, these are fiscal discussions, and we don't want to be a part of them, and really they're between elected officials.
But you are an expert on the subject.
Well, I spent a lot of time on this, as you'll recall.
As an expert on this subject, you are concerned about the high risky consequence of failing to do so. Is that correct? Did I correctly quote you?
That's correct.
Thank you. And so, again, let me just go a little bit further. The chair mentioned that he had either written a letter or maybe even had some conversation from Janet Yellen about the time limits that she had attempted to describe. Is it your understanding that she said she could maneuver and kind of manipulate things so that she paid the bills that were coming due, but this could only last until about June? Is that your understanding?
Honestly, I would really have to not try to interpret the Secretary's words for you. That's really up to her to do.
Can she keep us afloat until about June?
I don't, honestly. That's not for me to say. These are really questions for the Secretary. I'm sorry, Ms. Waters.
Have you had any conversation with her about the statement that she made about being able to manipulate the debt and pay bills that were coming due out of another account, et cetera? Did you have that conversation with her?
The conversations that you and I have privately don't go anywhere. I don't talk about them with anybody, and the conversations I have with Secretary Yellen, I don't.
Okay, and I don't want to get
Gentlelady, time has expired.